The monthly Arise Play Indieview Movie Box Short Film Competition has produced a second winner in the series through the winning entry for the month of May 2022, Life After Death, which is described as a view from the afterlife which leaves a man with the irony of his expectations from people. The producer and lead actor, Amaka Samuel-Okon, and movie director, Smart Edikan, join us now for a conversation. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good to have you in the studio.
Thank you for joining us.
Amaka and
Smart.
All right. Life after death, is that correct?
That's correct.
Well, we're talking about death and life and all that. Tell us about it. And congratulations, first and foremost, for winning the May, edition of the thing.
Thank you.
What's this movie about, and why did you pick on this subject?
Okay, Life After Death is about a young guy who is good at his work. He was a writer, and he writes for award-winning movies, different contracts for people and so on. But, he never got paid. So it's something that happens in real life. You rob Peter to pay Paul. So these are real things that happen in real life. So he only discovered it at the point where, it was as if he died. But at the end of the movie, it was a dream. But, we noticed when the guy died, all his debtors came out, were contributing money for his debt. Oh, I'm going to take this upon me. I'll contribute 1 million. I'll contribute 500,000. I'll contribute 2 million. When he was sick and needed the money, we'd have just paid him. So, it's like a new life, completely from, the norm. While he was alive, you never paid him. Suddenly, you heard about his death. You went online, you were posting, oh, this guy was a good writer, you are giving this money. You would have given him the money while he was alive. So that's Life After Death. It was a completely new lifestyle for them after they discovered the guy was dead.
It was about what happened after he's gone.
Yes, what happened after he's gone. So all these debtors never paid him his money, even when his mom was looking for money to pay his hospital bills and all that, nobody ever came up. Even his very rich uncle, who had 150 million to pay for a house, never had money to support too. So these are things that happen in our everyday life. Even as we speak now, it's happening to someone somewhere.
That's a very interesting focal point you have for your film there. Let's talk about some of the key messages you're trying to elucidate. And of course, I'm also going to extend this question to Smart because you directed it. So we want to know, how did you basically use this to emphasize certain key messaging in this film?
Okay, first when she called me and talked about Life After Death, the story, the script, and I was like, oh wow, this is something that is happening. It's happening every day. People celebrating people when they die. So when I see the script, I was like, oh, cool. I think we have to show the world this. We have to show the world this in a very short, in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. We need to show the world this. So we started working on the script, and even she said something about the dream scene, the dream stuff. Because the script initially was not for the guy to wake up. It was supposed to be like a whole dying stuff and like, oh, wait. But on set, when I was filming a particular scene, I say, can I change something in the script? Can I make the boy wake up? Can I show the boy, can I make the boy wake up? And people were like, oh, wow. So this was like a dream. So, and she said, you are the director, because for me, one thing I always have to make sure I tell the producer, can I do this? This is what I feel. This is what I see. Because starting from the whole story, always when she now say, okay, we need to do this, I say, okay, can I do it this way? Can I do this way? When she said yes, I was like, okay, cool. So at that point, I now bring out that scene, and people never see that scene coming. That all this thing happening in that short film was a dream. So we now show it shows that people have what we try to push there is that you see there are people that have money. They will not support you when you need them to support you. But they will come out to support you when you die. You will now see somebody saying, oh, I'm giving 2 million, 10 million, 5 million for your burial. So this whole short film was to show the world that things like this is happening. So why don't we celebrate people when they are leaving? Why do we have to wait for them to die before we now start saying, oh, it's my cousin, I'll do this for him.
Well, Smart, that's a very strong message. I mean, it's in sync with what Pato Rankin sang.
Exactly.
You know, we wanted to. There was a time we wanted to even. She said something that. Yeah, she said something that.
I told him,
why don't we just find? Why don't we talk to Pato Rankin?
Yes, let's have a deal
That was like the vibes,
Exactly.
because say celebrate me. So
Now
that was
we're
like
alive. Exactly.
So that was like the whole message and the whole stuff. Why don't
Yeah.
people celebrate us when we are alive? Why do you have to wait?
I think the strength of that kind of a message, Amaka, is not just about other people. It's not about just uncles who has 150 million to buy a house or stuff. It's even about, siblings, children of the elderly ones that are gone, who wouldn't celebrate their birthdays, who wouldn't celebrate them while they are alive, who wouldn't buy cars or, if they have the means. But then once they are dead, and then the big parties, people flying from abroad.
Things, exactly.
What informed this sort of, a story from you? Who wrote it?
Beluchiku.
Okay.
He wrote the first script, and it was more of voiceover. So when I gave it to the director, he was like, "No, can we play? Let it not be like a voiceover." So the first script was like the guy was actually talking during his burial. See, this one is doing this. See, this one is doing that. Now that I'm dead. So the director had to put the twist. Let it not be a voiceover. So when Belu's scripts came on board, we loved the story because it was the original idea came from Beluchiku.
Okay.
I met him doing an audition.
Okay.
Somewhere in Tulare. So that's how I met him. So that was the initial story. But when the director saw it, it was like, no, let it not be a voiceover. Let's act. Let's play it out.
What role did you play in the film?
I was the guy's mother, the young boy's mother. Yeah, so I was the one going to the hospital looking for money for him to pay his medical bills, talking to my brother who was the rich guy, in quote, to help out, bail my son, my only son.
Okay.
So I was his mother.
Okay, so we have just like a minute to go. This is a short film. Like Smart said, it's like a 20-25 minutes kind of thing.
23 minutes, 38 seconds.
Minutes. How do you've won an award, and Arise Play, it's a big platform. Yes. But how do you sell this kind of a movie? How does it travel? Where will it go? How will people see it beyond, being on Arise Play?
Okay, it's also on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yes, so I have, so many people have actually viewed like about 16,000 views already on it on YouTube. Wow. Yes. We also submitted it for film festivals, which we've also had like 3 selections and one selection and award nominee from Toronto International Nollywood.
In September.
Yes, TIFF, yes.
Great.
So we've had them. So that's it, and we also hope that more awards coming this year and also next year. We couldn't meet the AMVCA. For short films, so platforms like that, and also Indieview too.
Yes,
Lagos is another platform that encourages short films a lot. That brought us to this to the point where we are right now.
You've done quite well already, even just for a short period of time. So of course, it's just about pushing it further. But let's talk about your respective backgrounds. Is this your first acting role, your first production role? You of course have been in the industry for quite a bit.
This is like, I think this is our first short film. This is our first short film.
First film.
Because she said she wanted to, our first film ever. And I think our first film ever and our first film, she playing the lead role.
Yeah.
So, because I remember when she said, let's make it a feature film. But I said, why don't you just start from short? Let's see what happened. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy for her. I'm so proud of her.
So, Amaka, is there the possibility that this could be blown into a feature film?
Most likely, hopefully.
All right, but
so
congratulations again to you guys.
Congratulations for winning
the. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
All right, then.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. All the very best.
Thank you.